Hi, my name is Greg Canty, and I'd like to welcome you to the Win Happy podcast. I love chatting to people from all walks of life about their lives and their careers, about the choices they make along the way to pursue their happiness, and what winning actually means to them. I hope you enjoy these conversations as much as I do. Thanks for listening. After such a long wait, and we were finally in our seats to watch the premiere of my son's first feature film, Christy, at the prestigious Berlinale Film Festival. The speeches were made to open the festival, and finally the lights went down and the film began.
A very warm welcome. Good to see you all.
Very warm welcome also from my side to what's, if we're really honest about it, the most beautiful venue that this festival has. Thank you, Haus der Kultur in der Welt, for having us again. It's a moment for us to celebrate cinema without forgetting sort of the surroundings and the state of the world that this is happening in. But also a moment to thank the people that make up cinema as a collective space. And foremost, of course, it's the moment for us to celebrate this year's opening film, Christy. For those of you who were here already a little bit earlier and saw the performance, which was amazing. I think you already have an idea of the kind of energy this wonderful team brings. And now it's our pleasure to welcome, first of all, the director Brandon Canty. Emma Willis, and as Christy, Danny Power. Joined by their fellow cast members, Kara Collin, Jamie Ford, Darren Stewart, and Sophie McNamara. The producers, Rory Gilmartin, Marina Brackenberg, Meredith Duff, and many, many more.
I wasn't fully sure what to expect of the movie, and within minutes I found myself emotionally gripped by the story, and throughout I laughed and I cried. I cheered on the main characters and hoped that things would work out for them, and at the very end, and I really don't want to give anything away of the story, I wept, and I had to take a few moments to dry my eyes and gather myself. The movie was brilliant and moving. All of the talented actors and everyone involved waved the Irish and Knocknaheeny Cork flag proudly, and yes, my son did good. Beyond good. It was amazing. After the movie had finished and I dried my eyes, I chatted with composer Dahi O'Droney, who did the music score, to see how he enjoyed the film and how he went about creating such a beautiful sound backdrop throughout to match the story.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you very much.
Imagine bumping into you in Berlin.
Who would think it? Yeah.
So what are you doing here?
We're here for a beautiful premiere of a beautiful film. So Brendan Canty just premiered Christy at Berlinale, which is one of the biggest film festivals in the world. I was very lucky to do the score on it as well. So I'm here, and there's a whole pile of the cast and the crew here as well. There's editors and everybody here as well. It's a real testament to the film. I think that like everybody is friendly and kind of a part of a community. You know, he really called on the people that he's kind of been friends with for years and years and years, and I'm no different. So it's a lovely evening.
And the challenge for you of getting a film, you know the story, you've seen all the footage, and then putting the correct music to it. How do you even go about that? Like, do you just watch it and watch it and watch it and then just create it?
I mean, so the first time I even saw any of the shots that they shot, and then when I read the script and stuff like that, my big kind of takeaway from the film was that there was this continuous thing where everybody was reaching out to the main character Christy continuously, and there was always this kind of like searching for making sure that he was okay and kind of trying to kind of reach for him. So the first thing that kind of really came to mind musically was that kind of searching and reaching for stuff. And then from an instrument standpoint, then I thought the Barber kind of idea was really interesting, and that kind of sound of that metal kind of razor kind of going along has this big kind of metallic sound. So we built a lot of the synth sounds around that metallic sound. So they were the two things that really broke the back of it then, and then it was just about trying to be as standoffish when you needed to be, and then on the really emotional moments you just press on that button, you know. So that was a big challenge. So that was good. Yeah.
When you talk about those emotional moments, just watching it, we felt there was just an emotional tension to it
right.
that never let you go.
Yeah.
And I suppose you've got a finger on the musical volume, emotional stuff going on.
Totally, yeah.
And you know, you always talk about continuity. Are you very conscious of the continuity of it? Did that have to be woven together?
Big time, yeah. Like, I mean, my big thing when I'm doing score work is that, like, you should start with a palette of sounds, which is basically you find your 4 or 5 instruments and then you just stick to them, because the palette of a film, you should be able to hear the score afterwards and know that it came from that film, and that's what makes a really special score, I think, is that like natural sound that rolls through stuff. So that was a big thing for me, and yeah, I mean, just in general with the score work, you know, the performances are great, but it's such a light film, like, you know, there's no major dramatic moments or anything like that. They're really real and authentic, so any music that you do, you try and keep as under that as possible and let them do the work while you just kind of help them along, kind of thing, you know. So
have you done a lot of film work, have you?
Yeah, I've done a few. This was my second film, and then I finished the third film last year as well, which is in Santa Barbara at the moment, and then it's in Dublin Film Festival next week, which is Aintus. So my second 2 scores were done last year, kind of back to back, which was great, you know, and I really enjoy it. It's great. It's a really, really fun thing to do, you know. It's cool.
Amazing. I'll see you at the after party.
Yeah, see you at the after party.
I then managed to catch Brendan, the man of the moment, for a couple of words before chatting with some of the very talented cast: Jimid Noyes, Sophia McNamara, Emma Willis and Kieran Birmingham, a mix of established and brand new actors about their experience of working in the movie and some other projects they're involved in.
Okay, we'll talk properly later, right?
Yeah.
But you're just after the most incredible night of your life. How are you feeling?
Unreal. It was pretty special, but yeah, no pressure. It was like I've got so much trust in this film and this venue and this audience and being around all of these people. Amazing.
But it's so funny. We were sitting in front of Dahi. There was a German lad sitting next to us.
Yeah.
He was getting all of the jokes at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. And of course, I told you that you had me bawling my eyes out throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. It's a universal story, and you can take for granted what people are going to get, and like, you know, even sometimes if they don't understand exactly the words, they get it. Like, you know.
What I thought was missed in the Q&As was getting the performance out of the non-actors, the ones who hadn't done it before, which was really incredible.
Yeah, it's just about finding the right people and creating a safe space for them. A playground. It's on set. There's no pressure.
Well, no, it was huge. Enjoy your night. Talk to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
What's your name?
Diarmuid Noyes. I play Shane in the film. So yeah,
It was absolutely unreal.
Yeah, it went down really well.
Oh my God Almighty! It was just so brilliant.
Yeah.
It was my first time watching it.
It was your first time?
Yeah, I was kind of like waiting. I didn't want to see it before
what
today.
A way to see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was it like for you watching it? What was it like for you?
I was kind of dissociated. It was like watching it like a third person. You know,
Okay.
it didn't seem like me on the screen. So
I'm seeing a weird feeling.
Yeah, weird. But I've kind of worked on that for a long time to kind of get there. But it was just so, like I was crying. Every time I watch it, I cry.
Meet your brother.
Yeah.
I was bawling during it.
Yeah. We all were. It's just weird. Yeah, I can't stop. Every time I watch it, I'm always tearing up.
Yeah, I thought the emotional tension of it. A question for you: you're a professional actor, but you were working with a lot of first timers.
Yeah.
Does that make it really difficult, or how was that different?
It reminds you of what it really is to act. So sometimes you can get in your own head too much, and you're actually acting, and then when you work with with people who are fresh into it or younger actors, they're able to just like slip into like real serious scenes and then slip back out and you realise, it's not about like, it doesn't have to be hard, it can actually be easy, and that's okay, like, just to step in and out and just trust in the unknown, and they're great at that, whereas as you keep going on in the years, you keep building up layers of defence and you have to break through that, and they don't have that when they're younger, and fresh. So it reminds you. I was saying on stage there, I was taking notes, just watching Danny all the time, like just going, God, he just listens and responds.
Does he know what he has? Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
He
okay,
definitely
that's
does.
good. That's
Yeah. He's a very instinctual actor.
Yeah.
He just comes from instinct. So a lot of it, he knows what he's doing, but he kind of just does it in the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he doesn't.
Cool. And tell me about you. What are you up to? Are you busy?
I'm now working on a TV show, BBC RTE show called The Walsh Sisters. So it's a Marion Keynes novel. That's been made for TV. And then a few more shorts and stuff. Coming out.
And Christy Part 2?
Well, we were 2 weeks in, and the producers wanted a TV show of it. So we have to see if they're going to write anything, or
Okay.
I know as Alan hasn't written anything yet. So, but hopefully it would be great.
It's the first time I've said that out loud, but it's kind of like a natural thing.
Yeah,
There's a family
lovely.
there, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's the most creative experience I've ever had on a set.
Why is that?
It's Brendan. It's down to Brendan.
Yeah.
Brendan, it's the way he lives and the way he is as a person. He's very much like, he trusts that everything's going to be okay, and he doesn't try to control anything. He just lets things happen. And that's the way he approaches life, and that's the way he approaches his work. And then it filters down through everyone else he works with. He puts a lot of thought into that. So everyone's just playing all the time and just having fun. You know what I mean? It's always creative. Like the process is the result, as opposed to having to make something good. You know what I mean? You're just there being creative. It's just brilliant.
Okay, so we have to go again.
100%.
Good man. We'll see you at the after party.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers,
Absolutely.
man. It's good man yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Do you always come to Berlin on Valentine's Day?
No.
So what are you doing in Berlin?
We're at the Ballin Alley Festival.
And did you have some role in this, or what was the story?
We came here with the movie Christy, which I play kind of like a side character in.
Yeah, but an important character, didn't you?
Yeah.
So did you have loads of fun?
I had so much fun.
Yeah? Will there be a Christy Part 2, do you think?
There should be.
There should be. And a Part 3?
Yeah.
And a Part 4?
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
And you're in Berlin?
And I'm in Berlin, seeing a very romantic
What's your
movie.
name?
Emma. So I played Stacey, who is kind of the mammy of the story a little bit, keeping all the boys together, making sure they talk and, are okay, and, getting the men of her family to open up and stop being so broody, and just being the matriarch. Yeah.
Did you enjoy working on it?
Oh, I loved working on it. Yeah, it was one of the. It was the best.
How come?
Experience I've had. I think because Brendan allows you a lot to explore and kind of do whatever you think is best for the character. Some directors have a clear vision of how they want a character to be, and so you feel like you're kind of going into a mold of that. Whereas Brendan was very much like, if that's what you see Stacey doing, then go for it. If there was no place for us to feel like shame or scared to bring anything into to set with Brendan, and he was very open and to receiving all of it, and he was one of the best directors I've ever worked with. I just felt so comfortable with him, so yeah.
And would there be a fear if someone is like that the whole thing would just fall apart, would unravel without being very strict and all that kind of thing?
I think when you trust your actors and the actors trust their director, it's always going to work out better, which I think we did. And a lot of the actors on this film, grew up in the area that the film takes place, so they had a real authority over it, which was great. And yeah, there was just a lot of trust between us and Brendan and us and Alan, and it felt like everyone was kind of singing from the same hymn sheet, so we're all like a team together. There was no like sides, which can happen sometimes on a film.
And watching the film, like, it was amazing. It was a huge crowd. Can you watch it objectively, or is it a bit weird because you're obviously in it?
Not yet. That was my first time seeing it. So,
me too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so not objectively. Tomorrow I'll be objective. Today I was just more like, oh yeah, I remember that day, and oh yeah, I remember I got sunburnt that day filming, or oh, they cut that bit. So not yet, but tomorrow I feel like I'll actually be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I have to continue chatting down.
Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the party.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Many happy returns. What a wonderful way to spend it.
Exactly. And what's your name?
Kieran Birmingham.
Yeah, and your character?
Is Bernard. I'm the aftercare service worker who looks after Christy when he comes out of the foster care and he's just about to go into young adult care. And that is the system that we have at home. Now, once you come to 18, you're actually out of the foster care system, and then sometimes you're left to your own devices. There are social workers who do try and help you, who do try and place you and try and get you into a home that will give you a start. An awful lot happens in the sense of a lot of kids are lost in that period because they're not considered adults.
Yeah.
And in our country, we're not very good at looking after young adults, especially young adults that need help. We try our best, but some of the time it just doesn't work out.
Did you have to research that a bit to get into the character?
I did, and one of the things that I'm kind of lucky with in a way is I spend 2 mornings a week in Cork prison working.
Oh, wow.
So I'm working with a lot of young offenders, and it's really interesting hearing their story and their background to how they got to where they are.
Yeah. So, what would your perspective of that be now, having spent a lot of time with them?
One of the problems that we seem to have is that we have a huge addiction problem in Ireland, and we don't have the services to help it. It's like we need to start looking at prevention rather than kind of like try and get somebody rehabilitated. So how do we start that, and how do we start it younger? Like how do we, like, you know, TY should be doing a course on it, you know, rather than waiting till going to college, we thought it. And it is making people aware, and also putting out more educational programs. Like the thing is that not everybody should have to go to university. I know back in my day, and I'm old, but back in my day, in a class of 32, there was probably 6 people went to college. Everybody else was either in apprenticeships or just got a job. Now it's kind of, oh, you have to go to college, you have to go to college. No, you don't.
Yeah, of course you don't.
There's lots of other avenues.
Has there ever been a bigger demand for electricians and carpenters and plasterers and jobs that people look down their noses at in ways?
Yes, and that's it. Oh, like, you don't have a BA. I know it's oh, you don't have a master's.
Yeah.
I know we start talking about PhDs, and like it's just kind of like, stop. It's notions. It's absolute notions. Like, the thing is, we need to look at what kids can do, what they're good at. If you look at the element that was on that stage or that screen tonight, you have young kids in the cabin who are able to rap, able to create.
Yeah.
Able to create. Like, you know, you don't need a BA to create.
Yeah.
You don't, like, you need room, you need to be supported financially by our government, and just say, okay, where does the money go? There's certain theatre companies in Ireland who get an absolute mint. They hire the same people every year, and they still get the money every year. How much money does a place like the Cabin get?
Yeah. And tonight puts a big spotlight on all of that talent.
Huge. And the fact that, like, this is not just representing Knocknaheeny Cork, this is representing Ireland.
Yeah.
You're coming here with this magnitude, and what I absolutely love about it is I think there's only 2 of the actors from Dublin. Everybody else is from Cork.
Yeah.
And like it is kind of rather infectious how Cork people feel about Cork.
Yeah.
Like, Dubs can't understand it at all.
Well, they never will.
Oh no, God love them.
Have you a lot on at the moment?
I've finished this now, and I'm in the middle of actually workshopping a new play that I've written called Voices from the Inside, which is based on the stories that were shared for me in the prison, and I've just worked with some of the partners of prisoners to get the female side of it. So we're workshopping that now currently.
Oh, amazing!
And that goes, hopefully it'll be going into one of the festivals as a work in progress, and then going to production next year.
Yeah, brilliant.
So it's all good.
Yeah, well done. See you at the after party.
Yes.
Good man yourself.
At the after party, I finally caught up with the extremely humble and down-to-earth Daniel Power, who played the main character, Christy, in the movie. The superstar in the making explained the journey from rapping to acting and how easy that transition was for him, And once again, it shows the huge role that initiatives like the Cabin Studio can play in young people's lives.
First of all, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
So what are you doing in Berlin?
I'm here to release a feature film called Christy that I've been working so hard on for years since we made the short of the film in 2019. So I'm just releasing that now at the Berlinale Film Festival, which was absolutely amazing.
It was amazing.
And there was such a lot of people, so I was so scared. But once I got on the stage and started talking and people were asking questions, I kind of calmed down and found myself, you know, and it was good. It was scary, very scary, because I've never been to something so big or so far away from home, you know. So it was scary, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Everybody loved the film. I got so many praises from my performance, so I was absolutely astounded, and I couldn't have expected that at all.
So what's
honestly.
Your name?
Daniel Power.
And what character are you playing?
I play Christy.
You play Christy?
I play the main character.
So the main man?
I'm the main man. I am Christy.
So looking at the big screen, and obviously, were you just watching this just like anyone else in the place, or was it weird seeing yourself up on screen?
No, I was just watching it like anyone else. Like I say this all the time because I know that some actors don't like to watch themselves on TV, or they don't like to watch the work that they've done, but I feel like that I work so hard and I put so much into my acting and into my job, really, and I love it. Every time I see myself on screen, I know that I've achieved something great, you know. So I love watching myself. I think it's brilliant. Everyone that hates watching themselves, just give it a try, give it a chance.
Yeah, and this flair with acting and all that kind of thing, where did that come from?
I never thought or even dreamed of being an actor, you know. I was rapping from when I was 9 up until I was 17, and when I was 18, like, my plan was straight to the army. So that was just my dream job. But when I was 17, Brendan approached me in the rapping studio that I'm in, and he asked me if I would audition for a short film, so I did. And originally I actually got a different part, a smaller part, but I got bumped up to the main man, Christy, and it was weird because I was rapping so long and I've been MCing on stage. So when I got behind the camera, it was like I've done it my whole life. It wasn't like anything strange, it wasn't anything weird. It was just like, because I've been filmed rapping and stuff before, so it was just came natural to me. I know that sounds a bit, you know, pig-headed, but it just felt like I was meant to be an actor, you know, and I was meant to be in that position, and I was really lucky that I found that position in a place that I was, because up where I live, by my house, there's not a lot of acting things that happen, you know. But in the last few years, like, it's absolutely after booming, and like all the kids, especially, like, the kids are absolutely amazing, you know. Yeah. See the talent that they bring to the film, and just like at their age, they're so young. So like when they're my age, like, it's going to be absolutely amazing to see what they can achieve, you know.
Have you a Valentine's rap, have you?
A Valentine? No, jeez, I haven't rapped since I was 17, I think.
Have you hung up your rapping?
I hung up my rapping gloves. They're done. Jeez, it's the acting boots now are on.
So what project are you working on now? What's your plan?
Well, no, I'm working on a few projects now. I have a series that I'm doing in May. Hopefully a feature film that I'm doing in August. And then I have one or two other things lined up in the process. So you won't get rid of me yet. You'll see me a lot more.
I half guess now that this is going to open big doors for you.
Oh yeah. This is going to do bigger things than I ever thought any movie would do for me. You know, because the film festival is such a big film festival, such a good film festival. There's so many people that went. So hopefully that it gets the reaction that I hope it deserves, you know. So yeah, hopefully it booms me to the sky.
Well, Danny, thanks a million. You had us all crying tonight, so well done.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Just enjoy the party.
A few drinks later, and it was time to get to bed. This wasn't your typical Valentine's Day, but it was the day when an international audience fell in love with Christy, with Knocknaheeny and the special love letter to Cork City. Christy will be showing in cinemas this summer. You're in for a very special treat. Thank you for listening to the Win Happy podcast, which has been brought to you by Fusion Communications. If you'd like to get in touch, feel free to send me an email at greg@fusion.ie. So until next time, take it easy.